Hey guys, I'm Thomas Miller. I've been a driver here at Prime for actually 20 years here in a few weeks. And this past weekend I had the unique honor of being able to go to the 2019 Missouri Truck Driving Championships. And I have with me today some of the other drivers that went down there. Prime had a really good showing this year. Proud of every one of them. I do believe that almost every one of our drivers actually finished in the top 10. So we had a great showing. There was 201 drivers down there this year. We took 14 and we most definitely held our own. It's a just very tough competition. Everybody I think has heard about our Prime Truck Driving Championships that we have at the Picnic, which is just a driving course. Well, at state they throw in a couple other things. We have to take a written test, a 40-question written test over a book that they provide for us. We have to do a timed pre-trip inspection. Now I know a lot of students are going to see this, so you guys think that your pre-trip inspection that you do in your PSD class is kind of tough. Well, at this competition we have to go find 15 planted defects, and depending on the class, anywhere between 6 and 8 minutes. So it gets a little bit tougher as time goes on, so study your pre-trips now. It'll help you out down the road, especially with the Truck Driving Championships. This year I was lucky enough, I've been, like I said, I've been doing this for quite a while. This was my 19th year competing, my 20th year being involved with the Truck Driving Championships, and I was awarded the Professional Excellence Award this year. It's only been given out 5 times before this. It's a very distinct honor. I was very humbled. It was kind of like almost like a lifetime achievement award. I think they may be telling me to just stop competing and move on now, so I'm not sure, but it was very, very cool to win. I was able to have my wife and my daughter there to experience it with me, and it's just a great time. The Truck Driving Championships, to be able to make it on the Team Prime in the first place, to go to state, you do have to attend the Picnic here in Springfield, which is coming up in September, by the way. Labor Day weekend. August 30th is when it's going to be this year. And you have to be involved with our Truck Driving Championships, and what we do is we take the guys that won these awards, they get the first bids for the team next year, and then we start with first place and we work our way down the line from the Picnic. So come out. I know there's been people in the past that have said, man, we don't want to go there and we don't want to compete against you guys. It's been going for a while because you know what you're doing and you always have the upper hand, but we don't. I can tell you right now, I've had to requalify 12 times out of those 19 years. And so, we're always we're always in the hunt as well. But, the thing is I haven't won that often. I can tell you right now, I've been beaten a lot more than I've won. So anybody has a chance on any given day. It just all depends on the luck of that day. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce some of the folks and we're going to talk about their experiences. First, we have Scott Fisher. Scott, how long have you been doing Truck Driving Championships?
This is only my second year. I went to nationals my rookie year, and yeah, it's much harder than what you'd anticipate, but it's fun. It's really fun at the same time. I did take first again this year at the state, and I encourage everybody to come out.
Sorry, we got a little interference here.
A little distraction, that's all.
I encourage everybody to come out and try out at the Picnic. Again, August 30th is what Dave White told me. It's been a lot of fun.
What made you want to do the Truck Driving Championships first time? What brought you to the Picnic?
I actually had a lot of students, Tom, that that turned around and told me, oh, you should give that a try. And I was like, oh, come on, you guys, really, no. And so, I've got and all I do is do PSD, so I had a lot of my PSD students encourage me to do it, and finally, just one year, I decided to do it.
And so now, in turn, do you encourage your students to get involved in the Truck Driving Championships?
I do.
Do you ever look at your students and go, hey, if you're one of my students, you have to do this?
I don't do that.
I do. I tell every one of my students, if you're on my truck training, you have to go try the TDCs at least once.
So, yeah.
All right. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Knock them dead in Pittsburgh. Next. Come on over, Julie. Next, we have Julie Barnett. I know you've been doing this for a little while. When was the first year you competed?
2013.
2013? And so did you just decide to do it once and quit, or what?
No, that wasn't it. You have to survive the Picnic, and I could never seem to survive the Picnic.
Okay,
to get back
so
on the team.
actually, that was the perfect. I was hoping somebody would give me that answer. So for those that think that you don't have a chance to beat the drivers that's been to the Truck Driving Championships for state before, Julie here, she's had to go back to multiple picnics to requalify to get onto the team. So you're saying our truck driving championships here is very tough.
It is very tough. It's very, very tough. And this is the first time I've ever even trophied at state. I've been there 3 times. It seems like I've done a little better every time, but I want to give a little thank you to you personally, because you're the one who encouraged me to do this the first time. Sitting down here in the cafeteria yip-yapping.
You don't cry, are you?
Nope.
Good.
I don't do that. I don't do that.
I encourage everybody to do it. So that she actually brought up a very good point. You know, Julie is actually the first contestant for Prime, the first female contestant that has placed at Prime or at the truck driving championships. So we've had women place at the picnic, but we've never had one place at state before. So Julie's taking on that little aura there too. Would you encourage other women to try this?
Definitely, and I've got one I'd like to put a challenge out to, and that'd be Lisa Turner. I'd love to see her come in here and see if she can whoop me.
There you go. Well, since we're throwing out challenges, D. Silva, Reba, we'll see you at the picnic, right?
Yeah,
So-
that's what I'd like. I want to challenge the
More
women to get in
women
here and
on
see if they
Team
can,
Prime.
come in here and whoop my butt.
Awesome. Julie, good job.
Thank
We
you.
are proud of you.
Thank you.
Anthony, come on over. Anthony, yeah.
Thomas Miller.
When did you start doing this and why?
2015 was the first year I went to state. I just wanted to experience it and see what it was like. I heard it was a lot of fun, wasn't sure. First year I did it, it was fun. And
Let's go over this way so everybody can see your trophy. That's yours there.
yeah, and this is the first trophy I've actually ever won, period, in life. So
Wow,
it was
that's
very,
awesome.
very emotional when they called my name. Wasn't sure how to handle it.
What made you want to do the truck driving championships first time? What encouraged you to try it for?
Nothing encouraged me. I just wanted to see how good I could do.
So you just showed up at the picnic and said, hey, I'm
Showed
going to
up
give
at the
this a shot?
picnic, I'm gonna give this a shot, and I got a call that said, hey, you're on the team. So I said, I want to do it, and showed up, and everything was explained to me that, got to come in for practice and study sessions, that you just don't show up and drive the day you're supposed to drive. It's a team effort. It's a commitment. You make a commitment to Prime, you make a commitment to the team and your team members to show up and do this, and I was all in, and I've been hooked ever since.
Now, you said you started in 2015. Have you been going every year since 2015, or did you have to go back and requalify?
No, I had to go back and requalify after 2015, and I actually have a 2-year period where I did not qualify for state. And then I qualified last year in the state, and then this year again.
Awesome. So again, anybody can win this thing at the picnic. I mean, it's, I've been beaten, and everybody that's came up here so far, every one of us has gave a testimony to beating at the picnic, which, quite honestly, as a competitor that's been to state, that's a tough pill to swallow, is being beat at the picnic, because you're like, hey, I should have this. There are times that we don't. So, all right. Congratulations, man.
And as
Sorry.
we talked about females, I've already challenged my lovely co-driver and fiance to be at the picnic this year to
No
drive.
pressure. Awesome. Congrats.
All right, now we got one more. This guy doesn't need a whole lot of introduction, but Dwayne Grimm. This guy's been around for a while. He's been chasing my number for a couple of years.
Still one behind.
I didn't qualify a couple of years ago, and he started pumping his fist a little bit, I think, behind my back, going, "Hey, I'm catching him," But Dwayne, what made you want to do this in the first place? You've been doing it for 18 years, is that right?
Yes, sir. 18 years.
What made you want to do it that first
I never
year?
knew about it the first 6 years I was here. I'm like, I never heard, which probably most of you are probably the same way. You've probably been here 5-6 years already and never even heard about competing in the truck driving championships. So I just heard about it. I decided, hey, I think I'm a pretty good driver. I think I'll jump in there and give it a shot, see what happens.
Now, that very first year, I know we're both getting a little older. We can't have a hard time remembering things. But
Yes, sir.
that very first year, whenever you went to state, what did you think about that? What was your experience at state that very first time?
The very first time I went, I was handed a book and stuff the night before to read for a test, and had no idea what a pre-trip, what I was supposed to do. So, I went out there, I sat there, waited, and I was nervous. And I went out there, and they told me to just find planted defects, don't turn on the lights and stuff. And I'm like, well, what am I looking for?
Okay.
I was lost the first year, I'm not going to lie. Nowadays we have the practice for you, those of the guys that do make the team. We have a really good practice for 2-3 days, and it really helps. I mean, there's not nobody that can say it doesn't help them out to practice. And one thing, I've met a lot of friends through this program, being in this thing for the years I've been in it. I've met a lot of nice drivers, good drivers I've become friends with, and I missed a year like you did. I missed last year, and I got third place this year, which that's better than nothing, and I don't have to worry about the pressure at the picnic this year.
And you met your wife, your first year of competition.
And I met my wife the first year I competed.
That's the great. That's
Read about that.
that's the greatest trophy you've ever gotten, right? Say yes. Just say yes.
And it's
Trust
close
me.
to the grand
I'll start saying,
champion.
trust me. You won't say yes.
Yeah.
Well, I do remember the first year that Brian came on the team because I'd been doing it for a couple of years, and I do remember the very first time I met him. We met at dinner the night before the championships began, and I do remember it very distinctly. They came around, they handed out our books. Like I said, we got them one day before then. Now we get them 2.5 months ahead of time. But Dwayne comes up to me with his book in his hand, and I swear to you, he looked at me and goes, "What is this?" And I was kind of like, "Well, we've got a test tomorrow morning." And he had the same look that I did. He had this deer in the headlights look, going, "Are you serious?" So things have gotten a lot better over the years. I've been competing with Dwayne, like I said, for 18 years now, and it's been amazing to watch him. I mean, quite honestly, he is well above average driver. How many trophies do you have at home now?
This week's number 11, which is the
11.
first third place.
Well, so you start on your sets now.
So I
So
got
you start on your
5
first-
seconds in 3 different classes, and I got 4 first, which 2 are in flatbed, 2 are in tanker, with a grand champion from tanker.
There you go. So this team has been comprised of, we had 3 rookies this year. We actually had a rookie this year that came in 4th place. He was 1 spot out. In the past, we've sent 2 rookies to nationals, and so we've had a couple rookie of the years on this team. So once again, we're going to wrap this up. We encourage everybody to be at the picnic. Most everybody here will be at the picnic this year, so you come out.
You got any questions?
Yeah.
Try to get a hold of us.
Questions,
Not hard to
anything
find.
else like that, come out, shake their hands, congratulate them, pick their brains, pick my brain. Just if you see us out on the road, you can't miss us. We're all pretty much always wear these shirts all the time. Kind of proud of them. And so, if there's any questions, get a hold of us. If you have any other questions if you can't get a hold of us, call Andrea. Andrea just went through the crash course of truck driving championships this morning, so she knows it all now.
I got a closet full
No.
of these, and I always have one on out there.
If you do have questions though and you can't get a hold of us, by all means get a hold of Andrea. She can get a hold of us and she'll put us in touch with you. So with that said, thank you. We had another great year. Scott, we wish him the best of luck at Nationals, and we really hope he brings home the gold from there.
See everybody at the picnic.